Water is stored in various places on Earth, such as the atmosphere, lakes, and oceans. As we learned in class, the total water realm of Earth is known as the hydrosphere. Within the hydrosphere, 97.2% of water is stored in the oceans as saltwater. The remaining 2.8% is freshwater. Of the freshwater, most of it is stored in glaciers. This frozen water accounts for about 2.15% of the total global water volume. Approximately 0.63% is stored as groundwater. That leaves only 0.02% as available freshwater for plants, animals, and human use. The water cycle, also known as the hydrologic cycle, is a continuous cycle that includes all the water on Earth and in the atmosphere. It shows how water is stored and moves around Earth from one reservoir to another. The water cycle can vary since water does not always go through the same path. The hydrologic cycle is balanced in the sense that it has a finite amount of water, and the amount of water that evaporates equals the amount of water that is precipitated. The different steps of the water cycle consist of, but in no particular order, precipitation, condensation, evaporation, infiltration, transpiration, and runoff. Water takes many different paths, and the true cycle can vary.
Transpiration is the process by which water evaporates from trees or plants and contributes to the formation of clouds. Water travels through the roots of plants and filters up through small pores on the underside of leaves. Acting in the form of a vapor, the water is released into the atmosphere. The water that is released through the pores is water that the plant did not use for growth and metabolic processes. Evaporation occurs when liquid is transformed into a gas or vapor. Heat is the main reason why this occurs, and its source of energy is primarily solar radiation. The more heat, the easier it is for water to evaporate. A large part of cloud formation occurs due to evaporation. It's believed that 90% of the moisture in the atmosphere comes from oceans, lakes, and seas through evaporation. The large surface area of the oceans provides the opportunity for large-scale evaporation to occur. Condensation occurs when the physical state of water vapor in the air transitions from gas to liquid form. The process of condensation is vital in regards to the hydrologic cycle because it is responsible for the formation of clouds, which then lead to the process of precipitation occurring. Another way of looking at this would be to bring water to a boil on the stove and watch as the lid is covered by a layer of vapor that changes into a layer of water droplets.
Precipitation occurs when water is released from clouds in the form of rain, freezing rain, sleet, snow, or hail. This is the primary way that water comes to Earth from the atmosphere. The most common form of precipitation is rain. For precipitation to occur, water droplets must condense and grow as a result of the addition of many water droplets. Once enough droplets come together, they will fall out of the clouds as precipitation. Millions of cloud droplets are required to produce a single rain droplet. Freezing rain, sleet, snow, and hail occur instead of rain due to temperature changes. Runoff occurs with the water that does not get absorbed into the soil or evaporated. This water makes its way to areas on the surface of the earth where water collects. Runoff can carry substances such as chemicals from the surface of the water to areas where water ends up, like rivers. It can also cause erosion and water pollution. The amount of water that will run off depends on many different factors such as the topography of the land, the nature of the soil or ground, and the amount of precipitation. Water that falls as rain and snow can infiltrate into soil and rock. Some water that infiltrates will remain in very shallow soil, while some water will infiltrate much deeper. Infiltration varies greatly on many factors such as precipitation, soil characteristics, and the slope of the land. The most important factor is the amount, duration, and intensity of the precipitation that falls. Soil is important because some soils absorb less water and at slower rates than other soils. If the soil absorbs less water, more water will run off into streams. The slope of the land is important because soil with a higher slope will absorb less water and the water will run off more quickly.